Hey everybody, it's One Crazy Fox One, and happy Christmas! Today is a day of celebration, as it is the birth of one of the deities that I celebrate, and because of that, and because of a lot of people give each other gifts during this time of the year, I decided to give you guys the best gift of all: crushing your hopes and dreams. Yep, today is the 3 reasons why I will never patch Ryukishi 07's or actually anyone's visual novel ever. So, with that in mind, time to crush your hopes and dreams. Starting off with number 1. The first reason why I do not patch any of Ryukishi 07's work is one very, very, very simple reason: authenticity. I would rather someone watch my videos, say, man, this guy sucks, I'm gonna buy the game / visual novel so that I can read it myself. And when they go and buy it, they look at what they saw and they look at what I'm playing and be like, yep, I bought the right game. Because you know there's going to be someone out there that's going to be like, wow, this art is terrible, I must have bought the wrong version. Well, trying to keep on searching, and yeah, they just never know that they got the original version. Plus, I would feel a lot better playing the version that everyone can buy at this point in time, which is actually the Steam version, not the version that I played, because mine's a little bit outdated. But I believe that the Steam version and the Manga Gamers version is the exact same thing. I would rather than buy that version and see my version as the exact same thing. I wanted to keep it as pure as possible. It's basically saying, if The Legend of Zelda had a 16-bit upgrade by an unofficial patch, I would still play the original Legend of Zelda, even though I've harped on that a lot in Stream Riders, because I don't think it's a good game. I would still play the original version at least once before doing a playthrough of the 16-bit version. And that being said, no, I do not have any plans to let's play Higurashi When They Cry all over again, just for new art. Number 2. The second reason why I don't patch Ryukishi 07's work, or actually any visual novel, is because as far as the creator is concerned, these are the images that are supposed to be used. As far as they know, and as far as, anyone who's reading their visual novel, these are what the characters are meant to represent through their eyes. Now, we all know that Ryukishi 07's art is pretty bad. I mean, none of the characters have fingers. But that was the characters that he wanted in his murder mystery suspense supernatural series. So, that's the characters that we get. I have way too much respect for him to say, fuck your character designs, I want someone else's character designs. It's a pretty basic reason. Now, that being said, if he were to ever come out with an upgraded version of his original visual novels with better art as a patch, then yes, I would do that. Going back to the Zelda example, you know how Nintendo also has Mario? Well, Super Mario All-Stars exists. They made that. They made the upgraded version of Super Mario Bros. So, as far as I'm concerned, that is an official version of Super Mario Bros. Whereas the Legend of Zelda patch that makes everything 16-bit is unofficial. It's not done by Nintendo, and as far as they're concerned, that's not what the original Legend of Zelda should look like. You can kind of get where I'm going if I use those examples. Number 3. I want to give a shout out to KatieDid92, as she's the one who brought this up. I never even considered this until KatieDid92 and I talked about a couple months ago. Yeah, from the very beginning, this wasn't even a reason why I didn't do this. So this entire reason right here is all brought to you by her, basically. And this is the most real-world reason as to why you shouldn't patch any visual novel other than just making it English. And that reason is, Ryukishi 07 does not own the rights to these images. He owns the rights to the characters, to the story, to the visual novels themselves, but these particular images he does not own the rights to. You want to know who does own the rights to these images? Alchemist. Alchemist owns the rights to these images. As far as the law is concerned, they copyrighted it, and it's protected under copyright law. So, if I were to patch like everyone wanted me to, this is what Alchemist would see. I am using a third-party software to steal their copyrighted material and apply it to a visual novel that they didn't make, and I wouldn't be paying them a single dime. Do you know how many copyright laws I would be breaking? They would bury me in court. Like, fucking bury me. The Higurashi videos that had that art on it, they'd be gone in an instant. If they so much as whimmed it, they could have my channel taken down for using those copyrighted materials. Now, that's not to say that Ryukishio7 himself can't do it, but if the entire Higurashi saga on my channel were to be taken down for copyright reasons, I'd rather it be because of Ryukishio7, the person who created Higurashi When They Cry, rather than Alchemist for using their images, because I listened to everyone and patched the game and stole images from another game. So, yeah, the most real-world reason falls under copyright law. And that is why you should never do this. You should never patch anything to have it have upgraded graphics or anything. Because, in the very end, you are modding. You are doing something the creator did not intend to be in the finished product. And while some creators, like a lot of people on Steam, have a mod option to where it's easier to mod their games, a lot of creators don't want their games to be modded. And Ryukishio7 is probably one of those people. So, this is why I'm not ever going to show you guys, other than this video, the art for the upgraded graphics, because they are from Alchemist. This is the reason why I'm never going to patch any of Ryukishio7 or anyone's visual novels, because I could get into trouble with copyright material. And on top of that, the first two reasons are just because of my personal preference. So yeah, I hope you guys had a very happy holidays, and I will see you guys next year. No, just kidding. I'm probably going to upload something before New Year's. So, yeah, I'll see you guys then. So, until then, guys, see you then. So, I'm adding this in at the very end because if I don't talk about it, I'll never hear the end of it. And that is Higurashi When They Cry How. Now, Higurashi When They Cry How was released on August 17th, 2014. It is basically an updated version of the original visual novel. It still has all of the original graphics, but it's added some new graphics. There are now gradients for characters. Rena and Kiichi have their weapons and their sprites. There are 2 new character portraits, as well as, I believe, portraits for the thugs that were in Mikashi. I'm just looking at the screenshots. And it also seems that there's a new deity that's in there for some reason. Now, on top of all of this, Higurashi When They Cry How also has new graphics. And I don't just mean backgrounds. Well, they might not have new backgrounds. I'm just assuming that they do. They have new sprites. Custom new sprites. And where can you get Higurashi When They Cry How? On Steam. Yes, Manga Gamers is releasing Higurashi When They Cry How on Steam. You can get the first 4 chapters for $20 right now if you go to Steam. I am personally going to play through the Steam version of Higurashi When They Cry How. But I'm not going to be recording it because it's a visual novel. I want to discover these things on my own. And just like with the iPad versions, when I looked at the differences in that, I kind of want to do it on my own. Now that being said, I will give my thoughts in the 15-year anniversary of Higurashi come next year. I will talk about this during that portion, and I will give my overall thoughts. So with that being said, this time for real, thank you guys for watching. Until then, guys, see you then. I gotta go edit this video.